Hello and welcome to another recording for my channel. This will be a continuation of the 2025 Temporal Recruit. Episode Mine Enemy.
Starfleet Intelligence has decoded the list of Riemann targets that you recovered from the vault. I need you to investigate one of these locations and determine why Obasek and his forces planned an attack there. The Vahar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The Ferengi have reopened the mines, and are now doing business with anyone with latinum. You will go to the Vahar system under the pretense of negotiating a possible trade agreement with the Federation. Talk to Madron, the operator of the mines. Convince him to allow you access. Find out all you can. Once we know why Obasek and the Riemanns are targeting these mines, then we will be able to decide how to proceed.
Okay, so Hoarder Hatchling. So this is basically just a pet you can have that will follow you around for a certain amount of time.
I have new missions for you.
Okay. How far are we? Yeah, pretty decent distance. Didn't overshoot it this time. Might be getting better at this. Captain, the Riemanns are targeting a magnesite mine in this area, but the list we recovered didn't have the exact coordinates. I know we're in the right area, but all of the moons in this system are inhabited and our sensors are being affected by the magnesite. We'll need to contact each moon and try to determine which one the Riemanns were actually targeting.
You've stuck your nose in our business for the last time, Starfleet. All ships, attack! Attack!
But basically the whole empire is basically what these Okay, what is that thing there?
This moon is private property! No solicitors, beggars, or Starfleet allowed!
Not very hospitable around here, are they? This is a dangerous area and it's only gotten worse since the destruction of Romulus. It might be difficult to get someone to trust us. Okay. We get 3 of these scannable things in one map.
Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite? We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you to our home. Please transport to the surface. Unfortunately, the large amounts of extremely pure magnesite ore in the core of our little world will interfere interfere with your sensors. For safety reasons, I must insist that you use the transporter signal enhancers that I have installed at my own expense. Also, I know you Starfleet types are so fond of your away teams, but could you please restrict the number of crew you bring down to the surface? My people here aren't used to strangers, and you wouldn't want to disrupt their work, would you?
We're ready to beam down. I think there's a couple of mini missions we have to do before we can get inside. We have to talk to the miners and some of the other people around the planet, or around the outpost. I don't get it. Sometimes it loads fast and sometimes it just freezes up. Taking its time. Okay, so someone's behind us.
Did you need something?
What are you doing here?
It's a long story. After the destruction of Romulus, I joined a group of colonists looking for a new place to settle. We chose to form a new agrarian community on Viranot, a pastoral world on the edge of Romulan space. Our colony was attacked and destroyed. I managed to evade the attackers and get off-world with a small group of people. My luck ran out here, and I've been stuck ever since.
Okay. Instead of dragging this video out talking to everyone, we'll just head to the Ferengi. Then little mini missions to continue on.
On behalf of everyone on this forsaken rock, let me be the first to welcome you to Hathara. As you can see, we don't have time for pleasantries, and I'm not sharing my Tranya stash with you. So, why don't we skip the chit-chat and get down to business?
Of course, I've heard you are an excellent source of magnesite. What makes your mine better than the others in this sector?
Unfortunately, I cannot call this mine my own. I'm just a middleman. Out of the goodness of my heart, I help the residents here pass on the products of their hard work to commercial entities such as yourself. The minuscule transaction fee and trade tariff I keep to offset my expenses is figured into the unit cost of the ore. My operation has become one of the best in the area because of the high demand for my services from both sides. I provide the best mining equipment and supplies in the sector to the miners, while my customers get competitive pricing on the ore they need.
Do you have any more information about the mines themselves?
I don't pay much attention to that. Miners have empty carts and they return with ones filled with ore. If you're that interested, you could visit the mines themselves, but I don't recommend it. It's such a dirty, disagreeable business, and I'm convinced that breathing ore dust for too long is terrible for you. The miners who live near my quarters used to keep me up night after night with their dreadful coughing. I had to install soundproofing just to get some sleep. Are you sure you wouldn't rather look at the ore I have for sale?
Thanks, but I'd like to talk to the miners first.
Really? Suit yourself. Just remember, I have an exclusive contract to export magnesite ore from this moon. If you try to cut me out of your deals, you'll regret it.
I just have a few questions before we conduct any business. I'll be back when I'm done. Madrid won't answer any questions about why the Remans might be targeting this place for fear of scaring away from a possible sale. Perhaps we ask some of the locals about what's going on here. They'll be able to provide more information. Okay, so, and again up the top you can see the arrows pointing to specific NPCs to talk to.
I'm sorry, I really can't talk at the moment. I have to finish a survey of the area so the miners can start work on a new mine shaft.
Is there anything I can do to help?
As much as I'd appreciate someone else to lug around this heavy equipment, it's all very delicate, and I'd only trust a capable scientist to help me.
If I encounter someone who can help, I'll send them your way. So again, a science, tactical, and a engineering option. There were a couple in the early games, but early episodes, but as they progressed, they stopped doing it.
I can't talk to you. I can't talk to anyone. I'm on the run. And if those thugs see me talking to you, then you'll be in danger too.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Look at you. You're almost as scrawny as I am, and I haven't eaten in 2 days. Thanks, but I need a real fighter on my side. These guys would kill you, and I don't want your blood on my hands.
If I encounter someone who can help, I'll send them your way.
I don't have time to talk to you right now. I need to repair this drill so I can make a living.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Not unless you know anything about laser induction coils. You don't by any chance know anything about laser induction coils, do you?
As a matter of fact, I do.
If I ask Modron for a replacement laser induction coil, he'll charge me 100 times what it's worth. He's the only one who brings supplies to this planet. I remember when we had regular contact with the homeworld and my brother there would send a package of sweets for my children in every transport. Now, I can't dwell on the past. My problem is this broken drill. I have to fix it or I won't make quota. We salvage parts from old equipment and sometimes other people here will trade components. But this requires some specific components. If you think you can help me, I'll mark your map with the locations of some people who might have what we need.
Okay, again, now we have to go speak to a couple of different people. No, I don't know if you have to... if you go to the same person every single time, you'll get the same response. Or if it's always the last person you talk to. You're an outsider here. Why should I trust you? I could give this spare part to someone who what the hell's going on here? Tell me this, how do you avoid breaking your drill bit when you hit a pocket of magnesite? Correct. That was quite annoying. That shouldn't pop up until you finish reading, it goes to the next thing. Correct. You obviously know what your way around this equipment. I'm sorry, I thought you were just another one of Mardrin's lackeys. He controls every second of our lives. I can't work without him, and I can't eat without buying the food from him, so the pitiful wages he pays just end up back in his pocket. Take the part you need, the miners need to stick together. Thank you. That was easy. Oh, I've got to collect 3 parts. I've got to speak to all 3 of them. Okay. Okay. the outside, it looked like they were in here, and now on the inside, it looks like they're outside. Ah, there they are. Sneaky little bugger. If you spare parts, I'm sure I'll have what you need to get the drill working again. Thank you.
I can't pay Madre.
What the? Admiral, this miner thinks Madron sent us to collect some debt. We need to catch him and explain we aren't here for Latinum. We need to help repair a grill. You gonna run again?
You don't hurt me. I don't have the Latinum now, but I can... Oh? Madron didn't send you here to break my kneecaps? I have a daughter in the radar system. I thought I could contact her to send me some Latinum, but Madron won't let me use the subspace array. You see, I owe him some money. Yeah, and I didn't make my quota last month because I was sick and... But that's life, isn't it? All you can do is try to hang on to whatever you have left. I'll give you the part you need. Take it, and I hope it solves your problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. With these parts, I can fix this drill and get back to work. I need to make my quota today or Modron will cut my pay again. I already owe him so much Latinum, I don't know how I'll ever repay it. He brings in food and supplies that we need, but the prices are so high. I remember the dark days after we lost Romulus. There were no supply shipments for months. I had to listen to my children cry because they were so hungry. I might spend the rest of my life in debt, but I have a life. To answer your question, though, I don't know what makes this mine different from any other mine. The magnesite isn't any different. Maybe there are some veins with less impurities in the lower levels of the mine. I wouldn't know. There's a group of thugs who keep everyone away from those areas, and I won't risk a beating just to satisfy my curiosity. If you want to risk checking it out, that's your business.
Oh, sweet. Another accolade just for doing that. So once we speak to him, I think we can enter the mine.
You want to go in the mine? Are you really interested in buying any magnesite? Or are you just here to cause trouble? Because if it's the latter, I know someplace you can start a little ruckus. There's a gang that controls the bottom levels of the mine. They won't even let me in there. Previously, I allowed them to keep their little kingdom in exchange for information. But lately, they've been more trouble than they're worth. And the intel they're feeding me is useless. Honestly, who doesn't know about the Breen invasion of Deferi space?
I'll take that information to heart. Just gotta swap out my weapon. Doing some missions in the background. Oh, sweet, there's a Temporal probe in here. Okay.
What do you want?
I'd like to enter this area.
This area is restricted. Only people my friends and I like may enter. And I don't like you!
I'm very likable, just ask Marjorie.
Martin, that big-eared money grabber doesn't know the first thing about what really happens here. All he does is collect his latinum and make the miners miserable.
Maybe you should tell me what's going on here. This is more than a mine, isn't it?
You don't belong here, and I'm done talking with you. Leave now, or suffer the consequences.
It's been a pleasure wasting my time with you. Well, we didn't turn hostiles. Let's continue on. Wait a minute. Could fire on him if I wanted to. Okay, that's weird. Nothing behind me. Oh, she assimilated one of them. Sweet. Okay. Captain, there are a series of pressure plates located in this area. Low tech, but the Romulans may have had to resort to outdated security measures because of the interference from the magnesite veins in this cavern. The problem is that the magnesite is making our tricorders almost useless. If there's anything on this moon that the Remans would want to eliminate bad enough to use dollar-on weapons, it has to be here. We're going to have to figure out how to use the pressure plates to reveal whatever the Romulans are trying to hide. I suspect that we would need to activate 2 of them to open the door. Okay, so what is it? Take control of your bridge officer and get them to stand where you want them to. Why didn't that work? There we go. Why didn't the door open? Oh, okay. Then you've got to remember to unlock them from that, which is, I think, this one. You're gonna move. No, you're still locked. There we go. Yeah, there we go.
I give the orders here, Commander. You are out of line.
With all due respect, sir, there is a difference between protecting the Empire from her enemies and provoking
There
them.
is much here you cannot understand, Jack. The Remans need to know their place. As do you. I will not forget your insubordination, Commander. The Tal Shiar has no place for officers who cannot follow orders. I'll be in the command center.
Colonel, they were civilians. Their blood is on our hands.
Get used to it. There will be more. Speaking of which, why don't you clean out the brig before you become a resident there?
I don't know what's going on with the voices. Sometimes they're loud, sometimes they're not. And then he was quiet and she was loud, so I don't know what's going on. So, find a commander's access code. Okay, again, you can read through all this. I'm not going to, because I trip over my words very, a lot. we have to go?
I almost feel sorry for you, but I have my own neck to worry about. I'll be joining you in there soon enough. If Hakiv has his way, we all will.
Okay, we gotta find her. No damage at all. He's covered out. My police officer yeah. What the hell is... What a weapon. Shoot it. Bugging out a bit. Oh, okay. Now talking.
Enough! I surrender. I value my life more than the Tal Shiar's secrets. I'll tell you anything you want to know. But first, you must tell me why you are here and what you want.
Why does the Riemann Resistance want to destroy this base?
The Riemanns know about this base? Impossible! Only the leadership of the Tal Shiar know we're here. The Empress herself couldn't find us. I don't believe you, but it makes no difference. This is not a military installation. We listen and record here. Nothing more. There are many targets that those Riemann scum would find much more tempting.
Enough of your lies.
Are you sure you want to end things like this?
If you answer my questions, I won't move.
The Riemanns know about this base? Impossible! Only the leadership of the Tal Shiar know we're here.
I need more
the Empress herself couldn't find us.
Harmless.
Colonel Hakiv will want my blood for this, but... Take my security code. You can use it to access the control room. You'll find everything you're looking for there.
Okay. I don't know, what's that door? Nothing else up there. Is that it? That was it. Sweet. Come on. Okay. Yeah, remember in the hair. This temporal probe is tied in with the Tal Shiar data collection network. Looks like the Temporal were looking for Tholaron weapon research data. We can't let any of this fall into their hands. Shut the probe down. Ooh, and take the item. Okay, so from memory, there's something in the back here. Okay, talk to the Horta. Why can't I talk to the Horta? There we go. Okay, so did I or did I not? No, I didn't. Okay. You're supposed to be able to collect a Horta combat companion, but I can't remember how to do it. So I'm just talking to that one. Okay, we'll go to the last part of the base and then head out.
How did you find this place? What else do you know? No matter. You won't be revealing anything to your superiors. It's disappointing I cannot give you a proper interrogation. But I have much to do and little time. The self-destruct sequence has begun. This base will be your tomb.
Wait a minute, do I have to go in there and collect something? Yes, sir. Escape from the mines. And where did my Janeway bridge officer go? I really need to get someone just to spend time fixing all the bugs. I probably need a full team to do it, but you know the game's very old. A lot of different people have programmed the game, and some of the programs aren't interacting well with the other programs. I can only assume. I don't know much about. Oh, do I go the wrong way? No, I'm going the wrong way. Don't know a lot about software, but I know that you really need to have the same programming, talking to the same program, and you're going to have issues. Okay, she's 100 meters. I don't know. Oh, she's unconscious. Okay, don't know where the hell she fell down or why she's unconscious. Oh, every man for themselves. Nah, she followed me. Dang it. Okay. That might have been her hologram making the noises. What the hell? I'll just take a shot at.
My mind! What have you done to my mind?
There was an infection of Tal Shiar spies in there. I just fumigated.
Tal Shiar? I'm shocked. I had no idea. I certainly wouldn't have sent you down there if you... Hey, You didn't happen to find anything valuable down there, did you? Because if you did, remember, I have an exclusive contract.
Stop with your lies, Maldron. I know you knew who and what were down there.
And what's it to you? This is a rough area of the quadrant, you know, and they're good neighbors. If you're not easily embarrassed. Their cameras and listening devices are everywhere. I haven't had a single problem with Orions or Herodians since they moved in. And it doesn't hurt that I acquired the odd bit of information here and there. I'm a businessman, and information is big business.
Do you know anything about what they recently discovered?
Unfortunately, no. I'll admit, I was trying to find out, but their systems were locked down tight. I'm sure whatever it was had to be big news. Everyone was on edge. Janik and Hakiv were barely speaking, and I once heard Hakiv mumbling something about orders. Someone's been pulling his strings, but I don't know who. I do know that Tal Shiar takes security very seriously. If you manage to pull any files from their system, you can expect them to be heavily encoded. Trust me on that. I speak from experience. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go talk 100 Romulans into digging a new mine to replace the one you destroyed. My profit margin for this month is ruined.
Treat those miners well, Maldron, or I'll be back. Maldron doesn't seem to know much, Captain, or at least he's not willing to part with the information he knows without being paid. I don't think he can help us anymore. We should return to the ship and try our luck at decrypting the files we recovered from the Tal Shiar. I'm sure that they will be more useful than anything Maldron had to say. Return to the ship. Okay, so this is something you can do at any point. You don't have to be on a mission or anything, but you can visit your starship bridge. So it's a little arrow pointing down, and then you just click on that. Come on. Of course it's going to freeze up a bit. Okay. So, again, you can't really do much in here except for just walk around it. The bridge you can... Is it this one? Here it is, yes. You can actually buy the look of different bridges. Some of them will actually unlock at certain points. Sometimes they do promotions. But as you can see, you can unlock different bridges. And you can activate it on your ship, and that bridge will be the one you go to. The default bridge is the bridge of the ship that it is commonly associated with. Okay, so... I want to get rid of that bloody weapon. Okay, decipher Tal Shiar files. Okay, analyze structure. Cross-reference Starfleet records. Change faulty information. I don't think you've got to go through all of them. I think you only have to decrypt a couple of them to... Maybe we do have to do all more. Okay. good lord. I don't know which one that is. Oh, revert changes because it was wrong. It's the only other one left. Okay, we do have to do them all. So it's kind of simple. You can... Huh? Cross-reference Starfleet records. Okay. Return to... I'll hide that thing. Return to the starbase. Okay, I thought you only had to do that to return to the ship. Oh, here, leave the ship interior. Okay. So many different options. And again, as you saw on the bridge, anyone on the bridge would be part of the list you have here. Okay, return to the starbase. Sierra. Actually, do I have to return or can I just talk? I can just talk to them. Sweet.
The Tal Shiar records you recovered show that Hakiv and his forces have been targeting the Remans for months. Obasek and his followers have been driven from their homes, had their ships destroyed, and their loved ones killed or imprisoned. Some might say that Obasek's campaign against the Tal Shiar is just. However, Obasek was planning on using Thalaron weapons in the Bahar system, which would have killed hundreds of innocent civilians, as well as a Tal Shiar cell there. This is the problem with revenge. Violence and fury only create more pain and suffering.
Okay, so... maybe a ship weapon will sell better if it's not...
I have new missions for you.
It's not stuck on me. I can probably try to sell that. Good, I can sell it. Okay, so that's the end of this particular episode. If you liked what you saw, let me know. If you didn't like what you saw, let me know why so I can help improve. I just ask that you keep it civil in the conversations down below. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.